I know it technically was Thanksgiving back in October for Canada, but a very happy Thanksgiving to Hayes anyway, and to John, and to anybody else. Even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you had a happy day yesterday anyway, because whether it was a holiday for you or it wasn't, I hope you had an excellent day regardless. Hayes, thank you so much for the resub. I came up with a new song today. This is, well, I didn't like come up with it, but like I added it. I thought about it and added it to my list. It can keep going. Whoa, thank you so much for the resub. Did you have a good Thanksgiving? John had turkey, so that's all that matters. Listen, I am not lying when I say yesterday was the absolute best Thanksgiving meal I've ever had in my entire life. That may sound like an exaggeration. It is not. I assure you, it is not. Where's that from? That's from Zelda. That is, well, I don't know how you, I don't know how you pronounce it. I always pronounced it Gerudo Valley, but I've heard people say Gerudo. I think it's Gerudo though. Hey, Skybird, how's it going? How are you? Happy Friday. Okay, what do we do for Wolf? Wolf, do you have any, do you have any, hey, it's Mac. Wow, look at all these. Oh my gosh, I owe everybody songs. Okay, hold on. Don't I normally, okay, wait. All I have in my head is the Final Fantasy song. It's not Tifa's theme though. What is Tifa's theme? Oh. Oh, here it is. I keep having the like welcome. Well, no, what is it? It's like we're on our way or whatever. That's what's in my head whenever I think of Tifa's thong. Tifa's thong. That's what everybody wants to see, right? That's what all the gamers want to see. I bet there's a mod for that. Okay. And Mac. Oh, what do we do for Mac? I wanna be. Oh, so true. I actually don't know the whole entire song of Pokemon. I should probably learn it. Thank you guys so much for the subs. That is so much appreciated. Totally not necessary, but greatly appreciated all the same. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, Tifa's thong. Yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of people that would be down with that. Hey, it's Stasis. How's it going? Yeah, everybody that celebrated Thanksgiving yesterday, I hope you had an excellent Thanksgiving. We have refined our tastes over the years. And yesterday, well, we've been like cultivating and like refining every single year. We are not big turkey people, but I have nothing against turkey. That's fine. If people love turkey, I think that's totally fine. But for me, Andrew and I don't really like turkey. And so we made the change to steak. And over the years, Andrew has gotten better and better and better at grilling them. Yesterday's steaks were absolutely the best we've ever had. And then I make fried pickles. And most of the time, I feel like I've gone through a couple different recipes, but last night's absolute perfection. And the batter was from a sesame chicken recipe that I have. It's like flour, cornstarch, and a little, I actually added just a little bit of garlic powder. So I kind of threw that into on my own. I'm really scared to do that because I don't feel like I am very Amelia Bedelia when it comes to like kitchen stuff. Hey, it's Scarecrow. Before you get started, would you kindly have a quick squiz, I've never heard that word before, at the artwork channel and let me know what you think. A quick squiz, huh? Squiz. I've never heard that word before, but it's a great word. The artwork channel. Oh my gosh. Wow. These are crazy. Okay, wait. Hold on. These DK artist. Oh, so you made these within games? Mario Paint, Minecraft. Because I was like, and Lego. I'm sorry. Did you make an actual... Whoa, Raven. Did you make an actual Kalulu out of Legos? Like for real, for real? This is real. That is a Lego Kalulu, people. I wish I had a pattern for that so I could build it and put it back here. Do you think you could make like instructions? Oh my gosh, that is incredible. Look at all these. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to post these on, well, I'm going to put these, I'm going to add these. Stop. Oh my gosh, wait, Raven, I have to play you a song. Raven just gave away 5 community subs. That was so nice. We got to do something extra special. What is it going to be? Hey, and it's Eduardo. How's it going? Raven, I don't know how old you are, so I don't know if you'll, I don't know if, okay, all right, no. I got it. Had to be epic. It had to be epic. I can't close the door because I have to be able to listen to you guys while you're, I mean, you can, well, Stixel came in and opened the door. My girls are doing quiet time. Yeah, well, you are loud when you're monologuing in your room. Oh my gosh. I know she's like, close that door. Raven, that was so nice of you. Thank you so much. Okay, this may be one of my favorite. Okay, so this is from Silk Song. Okay, speaking of Silk Song, hey, it's Bobby. Yeah, Raven was very kind and just gifted 5 subs. 5. I know that was almost as loud as Dune. Oh, Scarecrow, these are absolutely incredible. Okay, wait, this is what? Mr. What? Oh, The Wiggles and King Pepper. These are absolutely fantastic. I will add them. All of them. I will add them all to my, oh yeah, you're right. I should probably, all these pictures, look at them all. Who made this? Kitchen sink. These are ones, or just anything. Feel free to leave. Who made this one? You know what? Auden is really good at molding clay, like freakishly good for a 4-year-old. We don't use a whole lot of, I mean, we play with Play-Doh, but it's poster putty. She used the same thing the other day. She used, she made like a little something out of like sticky tack. We call it sticky tack. Poster putty, same thing. These are fabulous. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I feel so overwhelmed right now. We had a bunch of subs today. Some of them were gifted. And then I've got all these Kalulu pictures. I just feel so. And yesterday was Thanksgiving and we got to eat really good food. We made fried pickles. We had steak, and I made cheesecake, and then we had a chocolate pie kind of thing. And then my mother-in-law brought her amazing rolls and twice-baked potatoes. It was easily, and then we had sparkling apple cider, Martinelli's apple cider. Easily the best Thanksgiving dinner we've ever had, ever. Okay, so speaking of Silk Song, because this is from Silksong, which is one of my favorite moments ever, which apparently you can miss, by the way. But I'm replaying Silksong right now, and I don't know how many hours I'm in, but I got into the Citadel in the back. I didn't even fight the judge. I went through Sinner's Road and Bilewater, and then through the exhaust organ. And then I came down into the Grand Bellway. And then when you come out into the Citadel, it switches. I didn't realize it was going to do this, but it switches to verklempt. That is exactly what I'm feeling. I'm feeling very verklempt. I need a verklempt clip. I'm feeling a little verklempt. And when you come out of the Bellway, Lace appears, and there's like a cutscene with like the Citadel, and it shows the Citadel, and it was like Act 2. And I was like, whoa! It was crazy. Yeah, I went through the mist. Anyway, I just did, speaking of, I'm trying to keep up the chat here. I just did Mount Fae this morning. Have not gone to Blasted Steps yet. Have not gone to Hunter's March. I don't want to touch that place with the 10-foot pole. And have not gone to the Sands of Carrick yet. Yeah, it's been really interesting. And then I went to, I bought out all the stuff from Bone Bottom, and the little merchant left. And then the little pilgrim that last time I played through it that got killed by the Skull Tyrant also left. And then just this morning, I came back to Bone Bottom, and the Skull Tyrant came through, but it didn't kill anybody because there was nobody left to kill. And I was like, the options in this game are absolutely insane. 0 divided by 0 would be considered as any number, right? Because the quotient here is the number of times a divider fits if divided, which in this case here is 0. So if 0 multiplied by any number continues as 0, it means 0 divided by 0 should be any number. Ugh. I am bad at math. You should try Cogwork Core. Oh, I tried it when I went the first time, and then I was like, this sucks, and I'm gonna wait till I get the double jump. I made it almost to the very top, so I almost made it through. But it's wild, all the different ways that you can take. I haven't even touched the Blasted Steps. You know what, Eduardo, it's interesting you say that about 0, because when Charlotte and I were doing, what was it? I think it was 0 to the power of 10 is 1 or something. And I was like, whoa, what? And I had to double check it like 3 times online. And 0 to the power of 10. No, 0 to the power is 10 of 10 is 10? I think. I don't really remember. Wait, Bobby's streaming right now? Hold on. If Bobby is still, I didn't know Bobby streamed. If Bobby is still streaming, we can raid him. Hi, Bobby. Did anybody, oh, he is, he's live right now. What is he playing? He's playing Hollow Knight. Okay. Well, oh my gosh, I get to see what Bobby looks like. Okay, well, if he's still streaming, when we finish, we will raid him. I love that. Choo choo, what does that mean? I'm an old person, I don't internet. Choo choo, choo choo, cho cho cho, cha chow, cha chow. You know what's funny? I've played through Silksong, so like therefore, and just a month ago, and yet I can't put it down. I'm playing it all the time. I'm obsessed with it. I love playing it, and I feel like I'm better at it in handheld mode. I don't know what it is about the like a controller. It was definitely better and it was doable on this smaller TV. I'm learning that my family room TV, my big like 65-inch family room TV is terrible for games. It's not so bad for something like Horizon Zero Dawn, but something that you have to be really, really, really quick and tight on the controls, it's terrible. So I find it's much better. Oh, everybody got a smiley face? I don't know what choo choo means. I think it means you got like we got a emote or something. Which, by the way, I want an emote. I know that on Etsy you can get emotes of like the flea. You can also get little Sherma emotes, but I really want one of what's her name? Hornet doing like her little spider dance. Like when you hold down the dash button and you go right to left, she does this little like woo. I want an emote of that. Oh my gosh, it's my sister, and I just it's Artemis. Ira! Now in my house, I can be at anywhere in the house and I'll go, Sha! And my girls go, Sha! And I'll be like, Akari! And they go, Akari! Wherever they are. It's like our call. It's like our call and answer or whatever. Oh my gosh, I just got to FaceTime my sister last night and I'm very, very excited to see her in less than a month. Oh man. Not Charlotte. Who are you? Katie. Look what Scarecrow posted on the Discord. This is easily one of the best moments out of Silk Song. And I can't believe it's optional. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely fantastic. Stixel, you don't fit under there. She's trying to fit under there even though I have a stool under there. Yeah, Sha! Charlotte and I, when we went on our walk this morning, I was like, we were talking about games and things and I was like, you know, I mean, you could try Hollow Knight, but you just gotta Sha. You just gotta get da! That's another one. Get da! And they'll be like, get da! Or wherever they are in the house, although not right now. They must be far away. My door is half closed, but anyway. Yeah, Choo Choo. I think it's just the hype train. I'm not sure, but everybody was very, very kind today. Thank you all so much. Bobby is indeed not a catfish. I don't know how he just got the Abyss Shriek. So if he is still, he is still streaming. So if he is still streaming by the time I finish my stream, I'm 100% happy to raid him. Okay, here's what we have planned today. So we are going to play a cheap game. Scarecrow was very kind, did the poll, and the game that won was called Yono and the Celestial Elephants. Now, I will be honest, the game art looks adorable, so I don't know.
It's Tuesday,
I had a lot of, oh my gosh, we had two things happen at once. We have DJ. It was Tuesday yesterday because we were eating our Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah. And it's Outcast. How's it going, Outcast? Cheers. This is, okay, so now I've become one of those Dr. Pepper snobs where I'm like, well, I can't only have just a regular Dr. Pepper every day. So now I need the cream soda one so that I can like rotate and just ping pong back and forth. It's like some days I feel like having a cream soda Dr. Pepper, and then some days I feel like having a regular Dr. Pepper, and then every once in a while I'll treat myself to one from like QT where I can get like cherry in there, vanilla in there. I'm such a snob. You've played this one? Okay, don't tell me anything about it. But that is a good sign. That's a very good sign. It's really cute. It looks really cute. Obviously, also, yeah, I gotta like Dr. Pepper. I gotta like, yes. Okay, hold on. Let me turn on my Steam Deck. Ma'am, you are gonna get scooshed. I love this pupper. And Andrew didn't get bone-in steak yesterday, so Stixel did not get a bone. I felt really bad, but she did get a piece of steak that I accidentally dropped. I had to pretend to drop it where she wasn't looking, or else she was gonna come beg at the table. It just fell from the sky, and she was like, I was like, whoa, Stixel, what a surprise! Yes, okay, scoot. You've changed since we met, Hayes says. Your hair is short, your can is now beige, you have an anime shirt. I don't recognize you anymore. Thank you so much. You know what Andrew told me yesterday? He goes, your hair makes you look like a mom. And I was like, thanks. But I really like the length it is too. And what's funny is I feel like, I know I totally am. I've flat ironed my hair and had long, straight hair, even though I have naturally curly hair. I don't have the time. I pull it back in a ponytail every day to go on a walk. So for all the product and work I would do to actually make my hair like really curly, it's not worth it because I would just be undoing it every single morning, and I do not have the time for that. So I was starting to try and do like heatless curls. Like I showed up to stream in heatless curls, which I can still do with this length of hair. But I've had it long, and I usually flat iron it because that's quick and it's easy. And when it's long, it doesn't hold curl very well. And so when I told her to cut it, I basically told her, I tried to reiterate that I was looking for kind of like the lower part of the collarbone, like down here. But she must have interpreted it as a little higher up on the collarbone, like right here at the top of it. And when it was wet and when she was cutting it, it looked like it was right. But then when she swiveled me around, when she finished styling it, it was definitely shorter than I expected, but I did not expect to love it so much. The big important thing is I can still pull it back in a little mini ponytail, which is the biggest deal of all, because some days you just got to pull your hair back in a ponytail. And when I go walking, I got to pull my hair back in a ponytail. But I figured out how to curl it with a curling iron. She used a flat iron. She's a magician. I don't know. I tried to do it on my own and I couldn't. So it is what it is. But I like it a lot. And I think it suits my face better. But I do feel like if I had it flat, like if I had it straight, it would look okay. But I like the curls. So I'm learning how to do the curls. Because yesterday I did my whole head. It took me about 30 minutes to do my whole head, which is about what it would take for me to flat iron my hair from start to finish. But it looks a lot better. I told Andrew I was hoping it would take less time, but maybe the more I do it, the faster I'll get at it. But the only thing that really matters is just that I can pull it back when I need to pull it back. So, but the question you should be asking is a regular mom or a cool mom? I want to be like Chili. I want to be like Chili from Bluey. She's a cool mom. And it's true. That is what she gets paid for. She was very talented. I found her through our homeschool page, the Facebook homeschool group, because I wanted opinions from real people. I was like, this isn't homeschool related, but can anybody give me a recommendation for a hairstylist? And I went through and checked all the recommendations they gave me. And she was the one that stuck out to me the most. I thought she was great. I rebooked with her in January and because I know technically you're supposed to get a haircut once a month, but I don't want to pay for that once a month. So I think I'm going to keep it this length, relatively, kind of. So Wade says, my wife switched to mom hairs 2 years ago. It's beautiful. Sometimes you need to do what feels right. Andrew was like, I feel like there's a time in every mom's life where she just needs to cut all her hair off, or even every woman. When they get old enough, long hair just looks a little stringy on them. I remember, Katie, do you remember when mom came home with her hair in a ponytail? She chopped it off and then she had her short hair ever since. I remember when she came home holding her. And it's funny because over the last couple of weeks / months, I've kind of gotten in this weird spiral of kind of sadness / depression because I was like, I feel like I look terrible. I can't do anything with my hair. I'm starting to look old. And then I think it started when that young woman in my ward was like, I don't mean this in the wrong way, but I can definitely tell how old you are by your hair. And she wasn't being rude, but it suddenly just made me aware of like my hairstyle and how it affects my face and all this stuff. Oh yeah. And then I found that gray hair the other day and I was like, well, so I know this may not be the right place to vent, but I am sick and tired of Nintendo locking things behind an expensive paywall. It is absolutely ridiculous. Like, for example, the new Zelda game is locked behind Switch 2. No Man's Sky Corvette update is locked behind Switch 2. Like, I don't have the money to upgrade to a console that's like 500 plus. I agree. So wait a minute. You can't wait, what new Zelda game? Age of Imprisonment? Which one is which? I can't remember. Charlotte and I were actually just talking about this kind of thing today. We were talking about the streaming industry and how we had it so good when Netflix was the only streaming service. So that is only for Switch 2 is Age of Imprisonment. I did not know that. Hey, it's Sword Art. Yeah, I thought Switch 2s were 400 and I was wrong. They're like they're 450. Like they've got a bunch of them at our Walmart right now and they're $449, I think. So I was slightly off, but I don't think aging is ugly either. I think what makes aging ugly is when you try to fight it and you do weird things like putting filler in your lips too much and all that stuff. I'm not saying that you can't do that at all, but you have to be really careful. I have seen it go wrong so often. And the more you try to fight it, the more it makes your face look weird. No, it's not going. Yeah, but I'm not trading in my Switch 1 I gotta pass them down. We gotta Weasley our switch. We gotta Weasley our switches. I will Weasley mine to Charlotte, and Charlotte will Weasley hers to Auden. Who was it that posted something that was like, hold on, I might need to change my, yay, okay. They posted something like they had, they were currently making a game, and, what? Wait a minute. Okay, that's the one. I was like, no. I don't want this previous bookmarked. This is the one that I saved. Somebody was saying, I don't remember who it was, but somebody was saying something about a game that they were working on, and they didn't want to, there were all these Kickstarter backers, and they didn't want to, they were going to price it at $20, but they were like, but Silksong's releasing for $20. And I don't want to make people be like, I don't want to be compared to Silksong or something. So it's really hard to compare something like Yono and the Celestial Elephants to Silksong at the price point. Because it's like, does that feel as polished as Silksong? No, it doesn't. But at the same time, I also feel like that's not an entirely fair thing to say either, because I also understand, once again, that developers take time and effort to put into their games. But it is a little bit hard to be like, okay, well, why would I pay $20 for this game when I could pay $20 for Silksong? However, Silksong is an entirely different kind of game. And yes, it's only $20 and it gives you, I don't know, 80 plus hours of content, but it's also stupid hard. And not everybody likes games like that. And I don't know how often Silksong goes on sale. I don't know how often Hollow Knight goes on sale, but if Yono and the Celestial Elephants goes on sale relatively often and you can get it for cheaper than the $20, then go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? It's hard to compare these games and be like, well, but this Silksong's $20. Like, everything is going to be compared to Team Cherry at this point. And I feel like that's a little unfair, because they were kind of this anomaly that came into the industry. And I feel like they also sort of backed themselves into a corner, because when they released Hollow Knight, it's like, how were they to know that their game was going to become this sensation, right? And they only charged, I think Hollow Knight was $15, $14.99, $15 for Hollow Knight. And so even though Silksong was probably technically worth $30 or $40, I don't feel like they felt like they could bump it up that much, because then everybody would be like, well, but Hollow Knight had this many hours and it was only $15. So they almost kind of painted themselves into a corner, you know? Bye, Cage. Lovely to see you, my love. My sister love. I love my sister. I'm so excited to see her. You know who's excited to see their aunt is my girls. Oh my gosh. They absolutely adore their aunt. So I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's hard. It's really hard to compare, because at the same time, how much is an Ori game? And I feel like Ori, what, $20 for Ori? Probably. And she really is. She's the best aunt ever. And, but Ori doesn't have nearly as much replayability or nearly as much to do as Silksong or Hollow Knight. And yet I feel like that is still totally reasonable for a $20 game for Ori. How much is Ori? How much is it on Steam? It is. Where's the price? What the heck? I just want to know how much it costs. Where's the price? It doesn't have the price anywhere. Oh, sign in to add this item to your... Oh, this version of Ori and the Blind Forest is no longer available. Please see the new Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition. That's why there's no price. $19.99, which, by the way, Ori and the Blind Forest on Steam Definitive Edition is on sale for $4.99 right now. Or you can get the Ori bundle, which is Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori and the Will of the Wisps for $11.23. Excellent deal. Normally it would be $44.98 together. If you have not played Ori and the Blind Forest, I highly recommend playing it. It does have an easy mode. That is how my 11-year-old played through it. She loved it. Did great. So, I feel like it's a little weird to be like, well, Silksong was worth 20 bucks. And so therefore, yeah, see, translation price point into personal value, 100%. Yeah, so like for me, both those games are worth the 20 bucks, even though Ori and the Blind Forest doesn't have nearly as much to do as Silksong, or is nearly as much replayability. Like here I am playing Silksong again, literally not even a month after I finished it. And yet I have not replayed the Ori games yet. I'd like to, and I will, but I just haven't yet. And I also have to be careful because Ori makes me cry like a baby. So it all just depends on what you're looking for. If you are looking for a super chill gaming experience, Yono and the Celestial Elephant seems like it's a great option for you. If you're looking for more of a challenge, probably not Yono and not the last elephant, the Celestial Elephants, probably not. Because you're right, you have these, you've got personal value versus like market value. It's different for everybody. Kino, what you do? Say now. Kino, sorry, Ayla. Kino, take Chrono stuff. Why? Why take? Kino like Ayla best. Ayla say like Chrono, Kino mad. Oh. She's like, Ayla, you don't have to do that. Kino know why Ayla hit. Ayla no like Kino. No, Ayla like Kino best. So Ayla no want Kino do bad thing not good. Yeah, check out the Steam sales, man. Steam actually has way better sales than the Nintendo eShop ever does, I feel. Kino, sorry, Ayla. Kino, sorry, Chrono. Give thing back, Chrono. No have. Reptite's take. Reptite, where Reptite go? Run trees there. Ayla go. Kino back, go back village. Ayla gone. Kino protect Ioka. Okay, Ayla. Wow, that was unexpected. Kino man. Ayla die. Ayla have baby. Then Kino chief.
Are you allowed to,
Huh.
is Autumn allowed to have some toast?
Yeah, but we don't have any store-bought bread. Which she knows. Oh no, it's your caveman story. It is bad situation. I love girl. Follow Reptite. Get Chrono thing. Oh, these are chests. I thought that was a thing. They definitely like to... Okay. This is a golden eaglet. 312? Dang. Okay. Ayla. I mean, 106 isn't bad either, but I am worried. John said last time that if you get a new member of your party that is significantly higher level than you, that means you're under... Oh man, he just got angry. I think he just turned magical. I think that is the story there. I think he just went from physical to... hold on. Let's heal everybody, shall we? And by everybody, I mean Marl. Because Marl has the least amount of life. Red eaglet. Okay, what kind of combo attack does... Yeah, I would imagine that a feather is probably some sort of currency here. Okay, so she has... Oh, that's right. She has Kiss. No, not yet. Okay. Oh, I see. I'm gonna get ambushed. somewhere around here. Oh, we fought these guys before. Oh! Okay. She doesn't have anything. Okay. Cleave. Cyclone. I don't know. I feel like I should probably save my 54. I feel like I should probably save my attacks for like my magic for this upcoming boss fight. She said something, Ayla said something about a Reptite something. Wow, that did not do as much as I thought it was gonna do. Wow, Ayla's strong. Oh, that was also so Chrono strong. Yay. Okay, so she learned Kiss, which does what now? Roundillo Kick. Jump kick an enemy. Okay. Lightly heal ally and restore status. Okay, so if somebody's like confused or somebody is sleeping. Okay. Walked close enough to mom's kitten to wake her and she raised her head, eyes closed. She's like, stay away from my baby. That's so cute. Cute, cute. Oh no, she's the kitten. Your mom doesn't have a cat that has a kitten. Your mom has a kitten. Man, kittens are so fun. Seriously, I have very fond memories. We had 2 litters of kittens growing up. And I have very, very fond memories of those kittens. We had a laundry chute in my parents' bedroom. They had like the chute built into the floor that went into the laundry room because we had a basement. And one time the kittens were just allowed to wander around wherever they wanted to go. And one time we went downstairs. We didn't notice any problem, but we went downstairs and I happened to walk into the laundry room and out popped a kitten out of the laundry chute. And I thought that was probably quite the ride. Sorry, little fella. And then we eventually kept one. We sold the rest of them. Have I told you guys this story? My brother had a cat named Moo. Moo was black and white, my brother's cat. And Moo, my brother was moving and had to find a home for Moo. And so we just took Moo. And there was this lady across the street from us that apparently had a cat that got Moo pregnant. And so one day we recognized that Moo was pregnant and we were all excited because we were really looking forward to having the kittens because we'd had kittens before and super excited. Is that not just the way we came? And so we saw Moo. She was pregnant. And then all of a sudden one day she wasn't. And we were like, oh, okay, she's had her kittens. And so we followed her to see where she had her kittens. And whoa! Oh, no. Oh, me, oh, my. What are you? What is your job? Bow, bow. Okay. 158. Wow, she is like on fire. So we followed Moo over to our neighbor's house and she went and just like sat by the door, just waited at the neighbor's door. And so we knocked on the door and we were like, hey, so this is our cat. And we think she had kittens around here somewhere. And our neighbor was like, oh yeah, she had the kittens 2 days ago. They're inside my guest room. And we were like, oh, can we see our kittens? And she was like, sure, come on in. And it turns out she had been putting out, now granted, I don't know if we had a collar on Moo, so that was partly our fault. But she had been putting out milk and cream and like encouraging Moo to come inside her house and then had gotten Moo to come inside her house. And so she had her kittens in her guest room. And so we were like, okay, well, we'll take the kittens. And she was like, no, these kittens are my kittens. She had them in my house. And we were like, yeah, but it's our cat. And she was like, I've already promised all the kittens to my grandkids. And we were like, that's our cat. And she said, well, she had her kittens in my house. And I wanted to be like, okay, so if some ragged teenager showed up at your house and birthed a baby on your guest bed, would that baby be yours? I don't think so. And so my parents had to argue with this lady, and my brother was like, it's not my problem anymore. Freaking Joe. He was like, it's not my problem. Like, I'm not worried about it. If you don't, you know, if you want to fight it or whatever, like it's not my problem anymore. And so my parents managed to make a deal with this lady, and they were like, at least let us raise the kittens. Like, we've been super excited to have kittens in our house. Our kids are really excited. At least let us raise the kittens. And then when they are of the age to be adopted, we will give them back to you and you can give them to your grandkids. And so that's what the lady agreed to. But she basically catnapped us. And it was like pulling teeth trying to get her to agree to that. And I was so angry. But I was also angry with my brother for not like stepping up and being like, that's my cat. But at the same time, like, he'd moved away. But we didn't want to cause any bad blood between like our neighbor. And my dad was like, Sue's like, she's older. She's lonely. She probably doesn't have grandkids that visit very often. She's trying to use this as like a bargaining chip to see her grandkids more often. He was like, I know this lady. She was a member of our church congregation, but she never, ever came. I never, ever saw her. And I don't know how, like, I don't know how involved she was. I'm going to kiss you, Chrono. Okay, thanks for that. But yeah, we were catnapped, basically. That was obnoxious. I mean, it was just the weirdest logic. She was like, I mean, I guess as an older lady in her kind of lonely state, like, I guess I understand, because she was like, well, she had the kittens in my guest room. And it's like, okay, if this were a stray, I would understand. But we're telling you right now that that's our cat. Like, we followed our cat. Our cat just came into our house. And then like our cat was at our house. We raised this cat. We found out she was pregnant. We've been waiting for her to have her kittens. And then she went and had her kittens here. But frankly, I think she'd been like, I honestly, both my parents and we all were like, she was probably actively trying to lead the cat, like our cat, into her house with like all the cream and everything. Cause she used to say that, she said that she was like, oh yeah, I've been putting out cream and milk and tuna and stuff. And we were like, and like I said, I don't know if she had a collar on, so there's a very good chance that she did think that she was a stray. But the second that a family shows up at your house and is like, that's actually our cat, then, I mean, I don't know. It was a messy situation. We did get to actually like raise the kittens for the most part, but then the second they were like adoptable, she came and took them away. I was so irritated. And my dad was like, I'm not going to sit here and like, you know, I'm not going to sit here and badmouth this lady. She's obviously lonely. She needs some extra attention. I was like, I know, but the audacity, seriously. Like I said, if some person birthed a child in your guest room, are you going to be like, but you had the baby here? And a lot of people would say, oh, well, it's different because it's human. And I'm like, yeah, but it's kind of not at the same time, because that was our pet. But at the same time, I don't think we had a collar on her. I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. Either way, it was like traumatizing for us. We were so upset. We were like, but we were looking forward to raising the kittens. And she didn't care. She was like, well, she had them in my house. It's like, well, yeah, but man, this is so confusing. I don't know where the heck I'm going. Wait, I've been here. Have I not? Yeah, I've been here. A mini map would be really nice. We climb down that? No. If a cat that's clearly loved has kittens in your house, you find the owner. Yeah, like she was obviously well cared for. She wasn't a stray, but again, maybe she didn't have a collar on. I honestly don't remember if she had a collar on or not. I feel like we put collars on our cats, but whatever. But the fact that she was like, well, I've already promised them to my grandkids. That irked us because we were like, okay, but wait, you didn't even know. You didn't even go through the effort of finding the owner when the cat first came to your house. Like when she had kittens, you didn't put up signs. You didn't ask your neighbors. You didn't say, hey, does anybody know who this cat belongs to? You just automatically assumed that the cat was now 100% under your jurisdiction. And sometimes people don't put collars on their cats. You know, we lived in Utah. Where like everybody was like all friends with everybody. Like it was just like my parents left their car doors unlocked out in the driveway. Like everybody was just kind of super chill and open with everybody. And so I was like, I mean, we had a neighbor that used to just let their dog wander around the street. He wore a collar, but he used to just wander around the street. His name was Keto. He was the most obnoxious dog. He was so obnoxious. Oh, we hated him. Oh, we did it. Forest maze. Good job, guys. I remember he stole a pair of socks. Why the pair of socks were in our garage, I don't know. But I watched him steal a pair of my socks and then swallow them whole in our yard. And then he pooped them out in our yard later. But yeah, they just used to let their dog just randomly wander all over our neighborhood. And at the time, I didn't really think much of it. But now as an adult, I'm like, okay, there were kids playing out on the street all the time. He was an obnoxious little dog. And if that were in the case right now in this neighborhood, I would call animal control every single time. Like I would tell them and be like, hey, you can't have your dog just running around. And they were always, and I think people did kind of mention that to them, but they were always like, well, he's really nice. He wouldn't hurt a fly. And it's like, yeah, but he barks his head off at us every time we walk by. He scares our kids. Who just does that? So obviously our neighborhood was not ideal for. Your daughter had her baby on my lawn, ma'am. She is ours. Your daughter's ours and the baby's ours. Yeah, so we got to have kittens a couple times. And then I think we had one cat that had kittens. So we had a window well that was underneath our like big bay window. And one time, the very first time we ever had a cat that had kittens, she had kittens in that window well, and they drowned because it rained and it filled up with water, and we couldn't get them out fast enough, and we were devastated, and the cat was devastated, and it was really sad. We tried to save them and we just couldn't. It was really awful. We had lots of kind of weird. For some people, possession is 9/10 of the law. Yeah, like it was wild. And like I said, she was like this older lady, but we're supposed to jump down that hole? Are you kidding? Let's go. And another hole. This is reminding me of Silent Hill. Every time, oh, and the hole's gone now. You go into that prison in Silent Hill 2. You go in that underground prison, which was easily the worst place in my opinion. And you just keep going down. There are all these giant chasms, or not chasms, I guess, but these big holes in the ground that are they just open up into just nothing. And you're like, what do we do? Jump down? I guess so. So you just keep going down, 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 down. It's wild. The place was so scary. So freaky. If I wasn't such a weenie. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna heal real quick. Oh my goodness. Okay, what is this? That confuses one? Cure. Moderate HP. Okay. And then, of course, my cat had some drama. I had a cat named Noodle. He was an orange tabby. He had lots of drama because he was like, my brother found, we had a big field. Wow, talk about so many false starts to a story. We had a big giant field behind our backyard. So we had a big fence up, and then we had this big giant field that somebody owned, and they put horses in it at one point and then took the horses away, and then it was empty, and then they put horses in it again and then took the horses away, and the field ran all the way up our neighborhood. So it was this big, there was barbed wire that kept the horses behind our house, but we could crawl through the barbed wire, and then there were just trees, and we made forts back there, and there were awesome hills for sledding when it got cold, and it went all behind all the houses in our neighborhood. And apparently my brother had been like wandering around out there and found a just like a shack that just had tons of cats. And there was this crazy little old lady that lived in that shack. And that's where all the stray cats came from. So we had stray cats a lot. And we had 2 cats in our house that we left the food outside, which was a problem. We had one of those garages that had like a side door, so you could get in through the side door if the garage door was closed. But we couldn't leave the food inside because the cats were like indoor-outdoor cats. And so we ended up just leaving the food outside so that our cats could eat it whenever, because they were usually outside. But the stray cats found out, so they started coming to our house for free food. So we were feeding like all the cats in the neighborhood. So we finally were like, okay, no more. We're going to feed the cats inside, and then we're going to close the we were going to close the garage door, but sometimes when it got cold, my mom was like, well, but the cats need to be let inside. So anyway, we pulled the food inside, but the stray cats still kept coming around our garage. And so my cat Noodle was very much like the defender of our property. He got in so many cat fights, and my dad was finally like, I am sick and freaking tired of finding these stray cats everywhere. So he started getting like traps and setting them out. Nothing brought my dad more joy than capturing those nasty, mangy stray cats in those traps. And they were gross, mangy cats. They were not in good shape. They were not adoptable. They were feral cats because they all came from this little shack where this lady couldn't take care of them anymore. And there were hundreds of them, and they came around. Anyway, it was a mess. And so Noodle was like, he was our warrior. He was great. And my dad was like, my dad is not okay, I guess we're just going to jump. Oh, dang it. I was hoping we could get out of it. And my dad was not a cat person, but he was like, one of the reasons I like Noodle is because Noodle knows he knows when he's wanted, and he knows when he's not. And so he was around when we wanted him, and then he left when we didn't want him around. I wanted him around all the time, but yay, chat commands. So my dad caught plenty of nasty feral stray cats that we took to the defense lowered. Boom. I'll say, dang. That was pretty awesome. Our hole's gonna reappear. Boop, there it is. And then one day, so when our garage was open, Noodle learned to jump up on our went up on our van and then would jump up where the garage door was open, and he liked to sleep up there. Well, one day he went up there, and then the van pulled out of the garage because my mom used to leave our garage door open a lot. My mom pulled out of the garage, and then he didn't have any way to jump down. So he got stuck in the garage as the garage door was closing. And so he got his back legs, he got squished between the house and the garage door. And my mom got home and just saw 2 little legs and a tail hanging out from the garage. And when she opened the garage door, he fell and like dragged himself into the bushes, and we nursed him back to health. He was able to make a full recovery. For a while, he couldn't use his legs, but he was actually able to make a full recovery. And then he did it again. And that's what killed him. I think it got him by the neck or something, but you'd think he would have learned, but he didn't. But he lived out his 9 lives for sure. He absolutely lived out his 9 lives. Bless him. Noodle, he was a great cat. I'm not a super huge cat person, but he was pretty cool. We liked Noodle a lot. Even my dad liked Noodle. But I'm serious. Nothing brought my dad more joy than catching those rabid, crazy, nasty stray cats in those cages. So are we supposed to? Oh, well, I'm ready for you. Oh, we're fighting both of them. Okay. Shocked. I am shocked. I guess, well, last time she attacked him, she did like 200. Oh, so he's like, he can't even move? Nice. Get him. Hey, it's Jane! I'm not a cat person either. I enjoy swimming and I don't lick my hand to bathe. I mean, I've met some cool cats in my life, but for the most part, most of the cats I've met have been jerks. So I'm definitely a dog person, and I'm definitely a big dog person, a bigger dog person. I really like dogs that are like Stixel size. There was a while there where I was like, I really want a Chihuahua. No. You know what? We're actually not going to do that. We're going to give this to Marl because Marl is definitely the weakest out of all of us. Excuse me, is that a lady in her underwear walks like a cat? Yes. Speaking of cats, this is Ayla. Yep. Her little thing that comes down. Yeah, she runs like, yeah, yes. That is Ayla. She's like, me Ayla, me Tarzan woman. You Chrono. Ayla like Chrono. I'm trying to prepare for this boss fight because I know it's coming. I really wish I could buy ethers. You can never buy ethers, I don't think so. I feel like you can never buy ethers. Can you switch your party? You can? So you don't have to go to the place, like between time or whatever, to switch party members? OM goodness, I did not know that. By the way, that reminds me, has anybody seen wait, Skybird says, we were adopted by a pair of stray cats once. They spent 8 years as pets of ours. See, and sometimes strays are, you know, pets that have run away or whatever. They're not mangy cats that have been raised in like a really awful situation where like the old lady couldn't take care of them and they were like inbreeding and stuff. I'm not saying that all stray cats should be like put in a cage and carted off. You know, that's not what I'm saying. Sometimes the animal chooses you, you know? I did not know you could switch your party from anywhere. Wow. Is anybody gonna go see Zootopia? I did. I just blew my own mind. If Ander does not have a trip tomorrow, I think we'll go see Zootopia. I'm hearing good things. I did laugh very loud. I laughed a lot at the ad. When we went and saw K-pop Demon Hunters in theaters for the sing-along, they had a Zootopia 2 ad, and I was pleasantly surprised by the ad. I heard it's pretty good. Everyone loves All Dogs Go to Heaven. They're not as comfortable about the version about cats. All Dog Goes to Heaven is wild. If you look at the description, like if it's on Netflix or something, it's basically like a dog chooses to come back from heaven to avenge his murder or something. Like, it's heavy. It's like, I mean, I guess that's true, but that's not what I would have said. Oh, I didn't heal Chrono. Whoops. My bad. Oh man, she can't kiss her own self. Dang. Yeah, do that. Oh, she's awake now. Is Garfield still, like, alive and well? Like the comic strip? Is it still a thing? My favorite Garfield comic strip ever is the one where a mouse runs by and John says, "Mouse!" And then Garfield goes, "Chair!" Points to the chair. It's my favorite Garfield comic. My favorite comic strip, like actual comic strip, is Calvin and Hobbes. I love Calvin and Hobbes a lot. It brings me a lot of joy. It's not so much that it's super funny, but it's very clever. Oh, I knew something was gonna come out of that freaking... I would say Noodle lived out his 9 lives. And, oh, that's not what I meant. Oh, okay, that works. We had one of the kittens that we had looked a lot like Noodle. Noodle was neutered, so he was not the father of any of the kittens that we had, but he looked a lot like Noodle, so we named him Noodle Jr. And Noodle had a very high, he was a big cat, but he had a very high-pitched meow, and Noodle Jr. was a smaller cat, just in general, but he had a lower, deeper meow. I think my brother even got a BB gun and started picking off, not killing them, like he never killed any of the stray cats, but just popped them with a BB every once in a while to make them stay off our property. They didn't. They kept coming. And then my dad, when we lived in a different house, when Andrew and I lived in his basement apartment, basically, and he lived above us, we had a stray cat that came around that had kittens as well, and they were very much feral. Like, they were crazy. We tried to capture the kittens and everything, and we just couldn't. But my dad was like, we've got to get rid of this cat. We've got to take it to animal control. And so we had a box ready, and we tried to lure her into the box, and she wouldn't go into the box. And my dad had these big, thick gloves on. I watched my dad grab that cat 3 times and like chuck it into the box because it was so wild and crazy. And we almost got it into the box, but then it started to run away. And with cat-like reflexes, I watched my dad grab it and chuck it into the box. And then when I tried to close it, it got out of the box again. And then my dad grabbed it, chucked it into the box. I mean, we weren't trying to hurt it, but we were trying to get it because it was dangerous. But my dad chucked that cat in there a couple times. Let's do an aura whirl, shall we? Because everybody needs help. Especially Ayla is down. Okay, who are we attacking? I guess we'll attack this Bao. Feral cats are wild animals and have to be approached as such. Yeah, and when like, who knows like where they've been and like what kind of bacteria they have like in their claws and stuff. Like, you know what I have become fascinated by? Oh, he just yeeted. He was out. Okay, that's fine, I guess. So I am fascinated by canine police dogs. The training that goes into canine police dogs is so wild. And recently, I think it was me watching some body cam video of some girl that got pulled over that went from being really nice to being a complete terror by the end of the video. You guys know the videos I'm talking about. And you guys remember Cops, right? And I actually used it as a teaching opportunity. I was like, Charlotte, if you make bad choices and then you treat cops like if you drink and drive, or if you are, you get into drugs and all this stuff and get out on the road and are a danger to other people, and then the cops come and you fight with them and you're not respectful and you're rude and they give you lots of opportunities to like get out of your car or whatever, you're going to be recorded and your face is going to be put on YouTube for millions of people to watch for entertainment. Just so you know. Because seriously, this video had like 7 million views or something, and she was crazy. But that spurred on an algorithm of all these police videos, which I was like, I don't want to watch all these police videos. But it astounds me how many times people are like, why are you pulling me over? Now listen, I also understand that not every cop is a good cop, okay? I totally understand that there are dirty cops out there, 100%. Most of the time, I feel like cops are trying to do their job and actually trying to make the world a better place. Most of the time. You're gonna get corrupt people in any pocket of whatever. But it astounds me when they are holding on to a dog that is ready to go. And they're like, if you don't get out of that car, we're gonna break the window and this 100-pound Malinois is gonna come running at you and it's gonna bite you. He's ready. And the guy still is like, oh, I don't understand what I mean. Like, this is like the umpteenth time. And he's hanging on to the dog. Do they think he's joking? Astounding. Absolutely astounding. It boggles my mind that people are like, no. And then, of course, the dog actually does get them and it grabs onto their arm and is like, I mean, their blood is, they're like, the skin is broken, they're bleeding, and they're going, get the dog off me, get the dog off me. And the cops are like, we will if you just stop running or if you lay down, and it's just astounding to me. And I know that, obviously, like I said, not all cops are good cops. I totally get that. But I think the majority of them are actually trying to do their job and trying to keep people safe. And it just boggles my mind that how you can be facing a police dog that has that look in his eye, like he is on you and he's ready and he's jumping and he's like ready and he's pulling against the collar, and they somehow do not think that that police officer is telling the truth. And I'm like, I would pee my pants if I saw a police dog like ready to jump on me. I would absolutely pee my pants. I would be so scared. Stixel would have made a really good police dog if she could have been trained as like a puppy, but she's super smart. Wait a minute, is this where we just came from? Oh my gosh, are you kidding? I think this is where we just came from. I just opened that chest. Oh, I gotta stretch, that's right. Remind me after I finish this fight because I don't want to pause. Shocked. Shock and awe. So yeah, I'm kind of weirdly obsessed with canine videos because I also see really fun moments where they're like playing with their canine units, or I love the fact that they call them their partner. They'll be like, the suspect was apprehended by my partner. And then I've seen a lot of the videos where it's like the dog's last shift basically. And they make like this announcement over the radio and like the cop's crying, and it's really, really sweet. It's amazing how close the bond is and how attached they are to each other. But yeah, like those dogs, they're like fur bullets. Why would you? Oh, what? I did this to myself. Okay. I bet Ayla does not ever need to stretch, no. So I'm kind of weirdly obsessed with canine police dog videos. It's fascinating. And they're so smart. They could sniff people out. You know, I saw a video of some guy who was hiding in the bush somewhere, or he was hiding, I don't remember, but he had done a hit and run and pulled a gun on like innocent people. It's like, okay. And he was like, and they were like, why'd you run, man? And he was like, well, every time I get pulled over, I get a felony. And they're like, ah, interesting. I wonder if that's related. I like videos of people casually saying cocaine around retired police dogs. Good doggos. They're good boys. Boys, good pooches, good puppers. I guess we should probably... You just chuck that mushroom at Ayla? Dang. We're gonna do ice on you, buddy. And, oh nope, he's out. Yeah, what do you need? A cream cheese bagel?
Yeah.
Cream and cheese abdon?
No, it's just cream cheese.
Cream cheese bagel. Disney Dreamlight Valley. There we go. There you go. I know you can adopt retired police dogs, which I think is cool. Well, okay, I was gonna say that Marl's life was full, but not so much anymore. By the way, I did go to the doctor. I kept that doctor's appointment. I made my doctor's appointment like 3 weeks ago, and the tingling and stuff in my foot has mostly gone away since then. But I kept that appointment because I was like, well, you know, I don't know when I'm gonna get in again. And our insurance is gonna change next year because we're on the marketplace. So I kept the appointment, and did she just kick it? And he was straight up like, yeah, the tingling in your foot is coming from crossing your legs. And I said, well, I've never had that happen before. And he goes, it comes for everyone eventually. If you spend that long with your legs crossed like that, you will experience that eventually. And I was like, okay, good to know. Okay. So we got a drill kick. I like the sound of that. No, wait. Lightning on the big guy, on the large. Oh, is he dead? Oh, no, he's not. Wait, what? Okay. Lightning on the, yeah. Nobody's dying, right? Not yet. But I could tell that he was kind of like, why are you here? And I was like, well, because it took me freaking 3 weeks to get an appointment with you. Hey, that's kind of like when we chucked Red. Remember how we could chuck Red in Rebirth? That was great. Oh, that puts you to sleep. That's right. And I tried to take Stixel on a walk yesterday because it was Thanksgiving and I was thinking, and the girls didn't want to come with me. And I let the girls do a whole bunch of screens yesterday morning because I just wanted to play Silk Song yesterday morning. Oh yeah, this is a boss fight. Faux show. We're just going to use a shelter. You know what I'm saying? And so I went on a walk by myself and took Stixel with me for safety reasons, and she was a mess. And I thought, how many people are we gonna see out at like noon on a Thanksgiving day? Apparently a lot, because the weather was really nice. She was just a mess. So I kept thinking, I was thinking in my head, I was like, well, now I'm homeschooling. So like, when do I, how do I start this training process? Because both girls are never going to be in school together at this point. You've played it? Was it everything you dreamed and more? Am I ready to hear what it was like? You played it because it was set up at what? Oh, you okay? Come here. What do you need? What happened? Did we bonk our head? I'm sorry. Of all the Prime games, it is one of them. Oh, you sweet girl. I love your hair. I love that we cut it. What can I do for you? You want a what? Squared cheese? You mean you want string cheese? Or you want the orange cheese cut into squares? Okay. All right. That's true. She is. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. If I don't give her this, if I don't get her something to snack on, she is going to not leave me alone, and Charlotte is in her room and whatever. I'll use this as the demo I played is pretty much the equivalent of the intro of Prime 1. General vibe, no surprises. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I will probably not stream it until January because I still have a lot of time left for Chrono Trigger. So my guess is I will probably stream it after. Yeah, that'll probably be my like big game because I still have a lot of time left on Chrono Trigger probably. And between Chrono Trigger and Metroid, my guess is it'll probably take me about that long because I'll probably do a really short palate cleanser kind of game before, but like between them, kind of like I did with a short hike and Superliminal and stuff like that. Let me pull up boards on stream for you guys, and then I'm gonna go and get her this little snacky snack. Is Bobby still streaming? Let me check. Hi, Bobby. Yeah, he is. Okay, cool. I'm gonna pull up boards on stream for y'all, and then let me go get the snack. I will be trying Battletoads for 2 hours and then nixing it. So give me just a second. I'll be right back. I was just thinking as I was getting Auden her little snack. I was like, I feel like I've accomplished hardly anything in my game today. But that's okay. It's not a race. It's not a race. I'm eating pepperoni with some protein. Hold on. We did have a lot to do today, and sometimes I run my mouth off a lot more than I mean to. It is what it is. Oh, it's time. Huh. Oh, I can feel it. Oh! Stixel! Thanks. Something advanced. Azala! Oh, she speaks like full. And so the hairless apes arrive. Ah, and these new ones appear cut from a finer cloth than Ayla. What? No, I won't do it. I suppose you need some motivation. So be it. I don't think we're gonna fight her. Nope, we're gonna... Oh. Okay, I've fought things like you before. Okay, I'm gonna try this. Lower D. Oh yeah! That was what I was hoping. Mediocre. Wait, what is this? Jump kick an enemy? Okay. We're gonna drill kick you. Bam. Bzz. Nice. That was excellent. I don't think I want that. Okay, we're gonna attack you, and then we're gonna do that again, because that was awesome. That was great. Oh. Okay, okay, okay. Wow, that did a lot of damage. We might have to do that again. Nope. Lies. Lies. Okay. You know what? I feel like that was one of my biggest complaints about Final Fantasy X was that there wasn't, if I remember right, there wasn't anyone that could cure anybody, could cure all your people. I think it was always like just a one-time thing. If I remember right, I could be, I know this music. 451. Yeah. That is a bad one. That one's really bad. Quick, quick. Oh, dang. I can't remember, though. It's been, I mean, not that it's been, like, forever long, but I can't really remember. But I don't recall there ever being anybody that could cure everyone. It was like a one-at-a-time thing. You had to cure so-and-so, and you always, oh, shoot. You always had to you know, you always had to like take one turn to just heal like one person. And that got really old after a while. It was like, I wish I could cure everybody all at once, but I don't know, maybe I'm remembering wrong. Wow, I'm glad I paid attention for those other dudes to do lightning, which lowers his... Not resolve. What am I thinking? Yeah, maybe, or I mean, I did a lot in the sphere grid, but maybe I'm remembering wrong. I can't remember. All the games seem to kind of blend together after a while. 52. Good job. Are we there? Oh, okay. Oh, this is bad. I should have healed everyone, and now somebody's gonna die. No! I'm gonna cure you because... Okay, cool. That was good. Marl 10! Ow! Biscuits! Fitty.
Oh no!
Oh! Ow!
Yeah.
That's gonna take...
Oh, what?
No. 43. Oh, yeah. Okay. Everybody was... Where's Sephiroth and Meteor? I'm telling ya. Or like, freaking Ultima? Or whatever. I actually don't know if I ever got Ultima in the Sphere Grid. You know what? I think I did. But it cost so much to use that I was like, eh. So maybe Ice, now that he is... Defense is lowered. That was better than Fitty. I think this electric discharge, I think... No. Oh, everything about this is bad. Ayla's down. Dang it. Oh, and Marl's down. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's totally fine. We can make it back from this. Oh, that was stupid. I should have... Please only take 40. Yeah, 30. I'll take 30. Yeah, okay. Dinos are definitely allergic to Meteor, for sure. Dang it! Oh! Okay. She's gonna do an Athenian water, and then he's gonna do a mid potion. Oh, shoot. He's gonna do a mid potion on himself, is what he's gonna do. Now I'm gonna spend all this time just trying to keep my people alive. Oh, yeah. Do it. Yeah, okay. Everybody is back and okay. But you need a mid-ether, my dude. Hey, it's VT! I hate that only he can do lightning. Okay. Yeah. That drill kick. That is the best. That is the best. Oh, it wasn't... Well, I don't know. I don't know how much that takes. We're gonna Aura Whirl everybody. And then we're gonna... Oh, nobody has to do the thing first. Ugh. What kind of... He's the only one that can lower that defense? That sucks. Okay. Okay. How many times? Like, I wish I had that sight scope. I should have put that on somebody. I can give that to someone else. Does it only work for one turn? No, it does not. I think it works until he does I think it works until he doesn't move. Hey, it's Peanut! How are you? Happy Thanksgiving to you and VT if you guys did it. I'm not entirely sure where you guys are located. No, I know where VT is. VT's in the US, but I just want to make sure. I mean, if you don't celebrate it, I hope you had a good day yesterday anyway. I am good. I am so good. VT ordered the Lego UCS Razor Crest from The Mandalorian last night at midnight. 6,187 pieces, was almost $200 off, and came with three freebies, sold out in 12 minutes. Did you have to stay up late? Was it like a oh yeah, you said it, midnight. Dang. That's what I had to do for the tall neck. I actually ordered two because my sister couldn't get in, so I ordered two of them, and then she ordered one herself, and so I just sent back the one that the second one I'd gotten. You've won today, but know that we Reptites are the rulers of this world. Maybe now. Will not surrender it to you filthy apes. Ah! Is the gate key okay? Oh, thank goodness. It looks like it's okay. What happens if you tell her about the gate key? Chrono leave? No, Chrono. Ayla, no fun. Oh, no Chrono. No, Ayla, no fun. Got it. I've got to do some Christmas shopping tonight because everything is on sale. Everything's on sale. And I did mention a couple Christmas presents last night to Ander because he's been so busy. But even when he's home, he's like out of it. So I could tell him about Christmas presents, but he's not paying attention. Sorry, Chrono. Kino, try be strong now. Even more strong, Chrono. Well, we managed to do that without having to grind and level up. So I am proud of that. That is a good situation. Come again, Chrono. Marl, Luca too. Thanks, girl. Depends on whether she's the gatekeeper or the keymaster. Ander is probably busy catching Susie's present right now. I do not want to fish. No, I do not. So wait a minute. Do we have... No. Wait. No. Down. Okay. So we have the Dreamstone. Okay. So now we go back to our time. And we can... Oh, I'm going to miss out on this little jubilee right here. Oh, but I... That's okay. What? It didn't even heal me after that. Well, I guess that does make sense. Crested Sprinter. It's a lovely name. I'm getting a psychic premonition. I have seen Ghostbusters, but I remember very little about it. I feel like I may not have seen it all the way through. Is that the one with the goo? Oh, wait, there are two of them. I think you're right. I don't think I have. Hey, it's Lumos! I do remember the big marshmallow man. Yes, I do remember the big marshmallow man. And I remember like a pink goo. Yeah. And then I remember when Sigourney Weaver is calling herself Zulu. And Bill Murray's like, oh, Zulu, you nut now. Come on. Or something like that. Like he's telling her that she's basically crazy and she's acting really weird and crazy. Yeah. I feel like I've seen that one. And I feel like I can remember Slimer, but I watched the cartoon a lot when I was a kid. I remember watching the cartoon when they had the guy in the wheelchair, the girl, the goth chick, the Hispanic dude, the black guy, and then they had the regular Zulu. That's right, Zulu. Oh, Zulu, you nut now. Come on, that's right. That's what it was. And then they had Egon. And I just remember 2 episodes. Nope, lies. I remember 3. I remember one where the creature could create anything you were afraid of. And the whole team was like, we're not afraid of anything. And then it turns out they were afraid of things. And every time they'd come across the monster, they would all be afraid. But then they could face the monster. When they all got together, they could face the monster because they could face each other's fears for the other one, if that makes sense. And then there were killer zombie clowns that the Hispanic guy became one. I do remember that one. Yeah, and then I also remember the one that was super spooky where there was a guy that was like stuck at a typewriter and he was writing and he was writing all these horrible things and all the things that he was writing were coming true. And that one was really horrifying. The creature designs were messed up. And I feel like that one actually caught some heat for being too scary. So I remember watching the cartoon of Ghostbusters, but I actually don't know if I've seen the first one from beginning to end. I think I've seen the second one from beginning to end, but it was a long time ago. Are the newer ones worth it? Like the newer ones with Finn Wolfhard or whatever his name is? Are those ones worth it? I remember hearing that the one with all the women was not that great. The one with Chris, what's his face? I heard his character was very funny, but the rest of it kind of fell flat. That's what I heard anyway. I don't really know. Bye, Hayes. Have an excellent weekend. The newer ones aren't that great. Oh, it's adult? Okay, good to know. So I will not show that to Charlotte then. Got it. I think I'm gonna use, yeah, definitely on you. And also on you. Oh, 328? Wow, that's a lot. I'm gonna use this on Luca because just in case. So wait a minute, we lost what's her face? We don't have Ayla anymore? That sucks. That's right, I'm being greedy. Dang, she was pretty strong. Afterlife is really good. Haven't seen Frozen Empire yet. Okay. I guess we gotta jump into it. The 80s had this weird trend of movies with adult themes like Ghostbuster and RoboCop being marketed to kids. That doesn't surprise me, actually. You know what? I didn't even have to do that because I could have just come here and restored. Yep. Okay, where are we headed now? I think we're headed to... No. Wait. I think that is where we need to go, actually. I think we need to go to Medina Village, if I remember right. I know. The problem is he doesn't have any magic. And I don't even think he can learn any. I think he's just out of luck. Melchior, yep. Surprise, surprise! Look who got a dreamstone. I can make that. That's right, we're making the sword hole again. That's right. But first, the Masamune, and now this dreamstone. How in the world did you... It's a long story. No, I suppose it does not matter. Make yourselves at home. This will take some time. I'll lend you a hand. Thanks, Luca, girl. But the original is one of my core childhood memories, and Afterlife did a good job of being the rest of the story. He's a sentient robot, Susie. How is that not magic? It's true. Well, he has like shadow magic or something. I don't remember. Even Sakio or whatever was like, well, it's kind of like magic, sort of. So I guess in a way he kind of has... So like... You just leave this to me. So we're supposed to what? We're supposed to leave? I guess we just sit here and we just wait. Ghostbusters 2 toned things down to be more kid-friendly. Okay, that's good to know. What were we just talking about the other day? Oh, I remember. I think I mentioned this too. Mr. Holland's Opus. I thought Charlotte would probably like that. I personally think she could probably handle Jurassic Park. And actually, I was just telling her, we were talking today on our walk about the fact that when I was younger, my dad, of course, the Dreamstone must be refined if we are to repair the Masamune, but that is not all. The blade itself must be activated as well. You work on the Dreamstone. I will take care of the sword. Okay, fear not. The great Luca knows her way around a workshop. Okay. My dad, when we redid our basement, we used to wake my dad and my mom up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning on Christmas morning because we couldn't sleep. And we were all just in our bedrooms and we couldn't get to the kitchen. We couldn't get to the TV, anything like that. And so my dad, when we redid our basement, my dad was like, you guys are sleeping downstairs on Christmas Eve and you can wake up as early as you want. You don't even have to sleep. You can stay downstairs all night, but you need to let us sleep until at least 7 o'clock in the morning. But we had a TV down there. We had all our game systems. We brought snacks down there. We had a bathroom down there. It was perfect. It was great. And so I told Charlotte about that and she was like, man, I wish we could do that. I was like, dude, you can just have Auden sleep in your room with you. You guys can just have like a little slumber party. Know what Luca's doing. I can't remember if she ended up. She did. She watched Coraline. So I think she could handle Jurassic Park, and I think she could probably handle Lord of the Rings at this point. I think we tried Lord of the Rings like, what was it, 2 years ago? Maybe not quite that long, but I think she could probably handle it, especially with her being like homeschooled, and she could just sleep in she and Auden could sleep in the same room. She and I could sleep in the same room. I mean, the Masamune, behold, in all its glory. Wow, that's the same sword we gave you? If you were expecting lesser work, you shouldn't have come to me. Okay, Chrono, let's take the Masamune to Ribbert. Got it, that's what we're doing. Wait, no, downstairs. Did she like Coraline? Oh, she loved it. And she was like, this is what you've been waiting on? Like, this is why you're so scared? And I was like, look, man. Or she was like, this is what you thought I was going to be scared of. I was like, look, man, I spent my whole childhood being scared. I was just watching out for you. And she said, I understand that. She was like, I totally get that. Wait a minute. Is Ribbert in... Ribbert is in the past. That's right. That's right. This random Narnia closet. Fresh! How's it going? Happy Thanksgiving yesterday. Yeah, she really liked Coraline a lot. But she has a little friend that's a year younger than her that has seen The Village, has seen Jurassic Park, has seen Signs. And I talked to my friend and I was like, dude, why did you show your kids those things? Like, not that I'm saying you're a bad parent, but I was like, what made you think, like, I don't want to say this in a bad way. What made you think? But I was like, how did you know? How did you decide to show them those without being like, oh my gosh, it's going to keep them up for like hours on end at night? And she works with animals. And so she's a vet tech and she was like, my kids have always been pretty open about that kind of stuff because I'm very open about that stuff. Kind of, my kids have always been a little on the grim side because I'm very open and honest about what I do for my work. And she said, I think that makes a difference. And I was like, that's actually probably fair because they hear about her, you know, like having to deal with a dog that was hit by a car and was bleeding internally or, you know, whatever. They like these really kind of heavy things. And she was like, my kids hear about that a lot. And I'm just very open with them about what I do. And I was like, oh, okay. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Oh, yay. Marl's. Oh, I've got a hair that's tickling me and it's bugging me. Oh. That's what happens. I can't have this room. I can't stream in here without the fan on, but then the fan makes my... Masamune! Let's go down to the place where he's living. Isn't he in here? I think he's in here. I'm gonna save first. Man, I really kind of wanted her to come with me. She was super strong. I like moments in RPGs like this where you return to a place you went to 10 hours ago and now you're so strong you one-shot everybody. Oh yeah, it's a pretty great feeling. I love it. I think we have to go down the... Surprise, surprise, Froggy. You're about to have your mind blown. You've come again. You bet we have. Boom! This sword. No, it could not be. The Masamune! Was Ribert once human? I must ponder this turn of events. You may remain here for the night. John says, I just don't like these legacy sequels like Ghostbusters or Star Wars where the characters you watch save the day are screw-ups in between movies so we can start the new movies in a bad place. Oh. I can't say because I've never actually seen any of the Star Wars, like, prequels or anything like that. Cyrus, you're leaving, aren't you? I am. It's long past time we reclaim the badge from the Frog King. And I need to see that sword with my own eyes. This is a memory. Cyrus, the kingdom has need of you. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I thought Cyrus was the dude in the gold armor. As long as there is life in these bones, I shall, come what may. So Ribert was once human? On behalf of the knighthood, we wish you a safe journey and Godspeed. He's going alone? I trust the kingdom's protection to you. See that she is kept safe from her enemies. Oh my gosh, it's 4 o'clock. Pardon the delay. Let us be on our way. Glenn, you be careful too. Be well, your majesty. Who the fruit is Glenn? So this random boy went with Cyrus, but none of the other knights did? Thank you. So, you seek the hero's badge, Knight of the Kingdom of Men? Come and take it then, if you can, Croak. That is what I mean to do. Nirvana strike! Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Crack, I am beaten! Filthy badge. Do not think I'll forget this. Who are these random Weasley kids? Ah! Glenn, watch out! Cyrus, your sword! The Masamune! Okay, so this is Magus, I would imagine. Without your sword, you're nothing. Grr, you've not bested me yet. Cyrus, I'm done for. Listen to me, Glenn. I will hold them here. Use that chance to escape, he says, as they're, like, listening in. Stay, and they'll only kill us both. Go, Glenn. Hadn't you better worry about yourself, Cyrus? I do not think you've the time to be concerned with the well-being of others. This is it, Glenn. Go! Gah! Glenn, you're supposed to run. Run, Glenn, run. The Queen. Take care of Queen Lean, I beg. Oh, snap. I like how there's still a rainbow. What's the matter? Are you not going to try your luck? Grr. Like a scared little frog with no pond to jump into. How about it, Lord Magus? Can't you give him a more fitting form? Okay, so wait, who the heck is Glenn? So he did used to be human. Ten long years. It was 84 years. It's been 84 years. Have I the strength? Oh, Cyrus. Okay, were they like related or like, was he the queen's son? Was he the prince? No. I love this music. I do not know how far my skills will carry me, but I will put them to the test. Let us go to Magus's keep. His strength is no small thing. Do you understand the odds we face? You bet. Locked and loaded. That's how it's done, done, done. Now he's totally a frog. If there's one thing we know about Susie, it's that she loves to challenge. Well, nothing can beat science and friendship. Oh, the good guys always win. I guess we'll keep Marl for now. That sounds like a plan. Wow, dang. So he did. He used to be human. All right. Oh, but look. Now I am more leveled than him. Hey, I just noticed. Okay, wait. I just noticed I'm the Clips leader. So I be proud? I'm not sure. Clips. I don't think you should be proud of your gang affiliation. Oh, wait. Clips. My bad. Frogs live 2 to 10 years. Oh, well. Look, he looks stoked. He is ready. Oh, you know what? We should probably... Oh... We've got 2 waters. We don't have any weapons for him? What about the Masamune? He's not using the Masamune? That seems dumb. What did we just go through all that for? Hi, sweet girl. Oh, that means it's time for me to say goodbye to my friends. Sure. If it's not too cold outside. Well, okay. This is a perfect place to sign off. We did it. We got the Masamune. And we are... Oh, I was gonna just save. I forgot we're in a forest filled with beings, things. You guys are pushovers. Pushovers. Okay, we're gonna save here. I'm going to guess that the reason you like Super Mario Galaxy 2 a lot is because compared to the first one, it's more of a challenge. I just liked the level designs better. I liked the level designs and the soundtrack better. And because I just played it first. I think if I'd played, I think if I had played the first one, I don't know. I like the level designs better. I thought the level designs were like even better than the first ones. I thought the first ones were great. Charlotte's been expressing interest in playing Super Mario Galaxy, but I'll be honest, now that I know that my TV, you know what? I remember either more challenging or that it was just, I honestly cannot even tell you. I don't know, because I remember enjoying both of them a lot. But if I had to pick a favorite, I would say Super Mario 2. I think I liked the soundtrack more. I don't know. But John said earlier that I needed to mess around with my settings on my TV. But I have, and I don't have any sort of like game settings or anything. It's an Amazon Fire TV. And it was not my choice. It was given to me as a gift by my ex-sister-in-law. It was like a Christmas present for us or our whole family or something. And to be totally honest, I would not go with a Fire TV. I would go for a plain TV that is not associated with any sort of streaming brand or anything, and then just hook up like a Roku box or something, because I get just straight ads on my TV all the time whenever I turn it on. It's just constant advertisements for all sorts of things. It's an Amazon promotional thing. So I'm not gonna say our movies and stuff and like Horizon Zero Dawn / Forbidden West look great on it, but trying to play Hollow Knight or Silk Song on it, terrible, absolutely terrible. So I would much rather, and I mean, we got that the year Auden was born. I think we got it in 2021 because I think I was pregnant. So we haven't even had it for that long, but man, if I had an opportunity to get rid of that and buy, I mean, I guess I could technically sell it for maybe a couple $100s and then pay for another one, but I do not like, you know what we could do? We could get a Roku box and just hook it up. But you know what? Roku's the same way. Roku is just one big ad as well for everything. But I do not, like, our TV's fine, but I would much rather play games in a handheld mode, especially on the Switch, for sure. It's been over a decade since I've played both Super Mario Galaxies, so I remember nothing about the level design. Like, I don't remember anything really. I couldn't tell you what the actual levels are, except the Melty Monster Galaxy. That's the only one I remember, because I remember I really loved the music to that one. Yeah, it's been a long time. But, okay, my friends, thank you so much for all your wonderful support. And not only like I had a bunch of subs today and everything, people gifted subs and all sorts of things, and I appreciate that. But not only that, but just being here for my little YouTube series that we're recording and taking part in like the polls and stuff, like all that is support, and it means a lot to me. So thank you all so much. I really, really appreciate it. And I know I said this I think it was on Tuesday. You know, this is kind of a time, we're reaching the end of the year. It's kind of time for reflection. And I just appreciate everybody here so much. I appreciate all the different walks of life and the different diversity and the different, from all over, so many different countries and places. And I just love it. I think it's wonderful. And I am just very, very grateful for all of you. So there I am, broken record yet again. So I'll be back on Monday, and we will pick up where we left off here in Chrono Trigger, and hopefully I will do some. I really kind of dropped the ball. I've spent so much time editing so many of all my Silk Song shorts, and then I was just totally burned out, and I didn't want to do any more video editing, and so I haven't done any Chrono Trigger editing at all. But so I have a lot to do, but hopefully I can get that the episode we released earlier today, I'll get that out on the YouTube channel. I appreciate everybody voting. Yeah, so everybody have an excellent weekend. We're here for support, like a good pair of orthotic shoes. Yay! Which I feel like more and more, you know, as I get older, I'm like, I found a gray hair. I need more comfortable shoes. Maybe if you let me borrow it, I will play through it. I loved Mario Galaxy 2. And who knows, maybe at this point I'd be like, oh, this isn't as great as I remember. But I remember just thinking it was one of the best. To me, I feel like it's the best Mario game I've ever played. It was just the most creative. In my opinion, Wonder was very creative, but I liked the 3D platforming of Mario Galaxy better than the 2D platforming. And this is like it's like Super Mario Galaxy 2, Super Mario Galaxy, Mario Wonder, Super Mario Odyssey. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're so close. It's not that I'm saying that there are these big, huge discrepancies between them. It's like such a great game. So, but anyway, everybody have an excellent weekend. You mean Super Mario Galaxy 2 is your game of the year? Is that what you're saying? I've got all the pictures in the Discord, and I will add them to my... I can add them to my starting screen. Both. Excellent. Thank you so much for those. Those are wonderful. Better than I ever could have imagined. Ever, 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 ever. All those Lulu, Hayes says, all those Lulu are fantastic. But my heart goes to the King Pepper the first. They're great. They're so great. So thank you so much for making those. Those are wonderful. You guys are wonderful. Please don't forget how important you are and how much you matter. Each and every one of you is so important. And also just remember to choose kindness, because you just never know what people are going through in their lives. And we're coming into a time that I've said before, that it is very easy for people to feel lonely and feel forgotten and feel really more anxiety and depression during the holidays than normal, because everybody else is all talking about family and all sorts of... Oh, Peanut said something about getting a... Shoot, I missed it. Dang it, I missed it. Peanut said something about getting a guitar for... Crap, it's too far back. Is it too far back? Crap, I'll have to go back and look in the VOD. I do not want them to feel like I forgot them. I'm so sorry. Oh, was it Hayes? I'll have to go back and look. Anyway, with that being said, everybody have an excellent weekend. Stay safe. Remember who you are. Remember how important you are. Okay? You better watch out. You better remember. It was him? Oh, I thought it was Peanut. Anyway, I'll have to go back there and look. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. Have an excellent weekend. And I will see all of you on Monday. All right? All right. Sounds like a plan. I'll see you then. Okay, bye. See you later. It doesn't matter. It's in the past. It's not over. It's not done till it's not over till it's... What?